when you look at the Indo-Russian relationship and you look at the historical aspects of their relationship, it goes back all the way to the Soviet Union. So um, India had a signed cooperation, friendship and cooperation um, pact with the former Soviet Union. And naturally, when Russia got its independence um, in 91, they not just honored it, they re signed it. So the current relationship is based on their history. So it is not a surprise that Russia supplies approximately 27% of India's arms. India is a leading purchaser of arms, in one of the leading purchasers of arms in the world, and it's gonna continue to do so. And precisely for that reason, it has remained somewhat neutral, even though there are sanctions on Russia. It is still willing to make some sort of an agreement with Russians to purchase its oil uh, with rubles. And the SWIFT system has taken out a lot of the banks, and so it's a very difficult situation for India in some ways. It is looking for some secretive ways of dealing with or purchasing various amounts of things, starting with oil. It also gets its quite a bit of fertilizer, which it needs for India needs for its agriculture, sunflower oil, and a few other things that it wants to continue trading with the Russians. So it's not a surprise that India is doing this. Um, People wonder why it has taken the position it has currently vis-a-vis the Ukrainian situation. But it is not a surprise at all that it has taken that position. Yes, they have um, formally voiced their opinion with regards to Ukraine, as far as them saying that the world order is based on the UN Charter, where everyone has the right to their sovereignty. But in this case, um, since Russia is India's trading partner, it has not been able to completely condemn Russia for invading Ukraine. So that said, I believe that they will continue this relationship, whether secretively or not. But it's no surprise that India is choosing what it has, because its rival, its neighbor, Pakistan, in the past has maintained relationship with the United States and with China. So and it, the Sino-Indian relationship going back to the 60s was not that great, to say the least. So it is not a surprise that the relationship that India had with the former Soviet Union has continued with Vladimir Putin taking over. It was actually Boris Yeltsin that came to um, India in '91 and signed the second peace and cooperation agreement that was initially signed in 1971 by then Prime Minister Nehru and Nikita Khrushchev. So it is going to be it's going to be interesting to watch what happens in the future. But I am not surprised the least bit that India is wanting to continue its relationship. In some words, it is Uh, it is strained because it has to have a certain amount of oil, and Russia is willing to supply oil to India at a significant discount there. Approximately 27% is what from my own research, uh, which is very suitable for India because it does need that oil. Um, India claims it's like 1% of their total um, uh, need there, but it's still supplying it some sort of um, revenue to the Russians um, ever since the sanctions have been placed on Vladimir Putin and Russia. So I believe the Russian relationship will continue with the Indians and will move forward. The one secondary comment I wanted to make was um, if there was ever a situation where the world was divided as far as um, a global war-like situation, at that point India would um, be under a tremendous amount of strain, uh, whether it picks the side of Russia and against the NATO allies and uh, some of the other nations that are against um, uh, Russia, even though they're not NATO members. So that's where the problem would happen for the Indians if they were to continue this relationship in the future. Uh, so we have yet to see what transpires as far as Russian invasion of Ukraine and how this relationship works out. But to explain what this relationship is and why um, uh, India has chosen the position that it has when it comes to Russia in the recent